Hello, thank you for your interest in this robotics project. It's a nice little intro project of basically making your own homemade joystick to control a small little robot platform. So let me tell you a little bit about each of these. I'll start with the robot first. What you have is a simple, about a $50 platform chassis. It's nice aluminum casing. It has 4 DC motors here, and the equipment for itself inside actually is a rechargeable battery that you can recharge with this receptacle. And the intelligence primarily lies with, of course, the microcontroller, which is just an Arduino microcontroller, and it's receiving commands here from this Xbee device here. Now on top that you see are 2 standard servos that are allowing a camera that's mounted here to pan and tilt. And then you also have on the front here that looks like eyes are ping ultrasonic sensors as a range detector or range finder to help the operator not run into obstacles and whatnot. Now the homemade joystick is basically what you have here are 2 parallax XY potentiometers or variable resistors that give you an analog voltage, a variable analog voltage as you move the joystick around the XY axis. Now that analog voltage is being sent to the Xbee device, which does an analog to digital conversion. So then it does it on the chip to the digital conversion, transmits that data to the Xbee device that's on the robot platform. Now let me tell you a little bit more about the joystick here. You basically have to have your battery pack. Of course a 9-volt battery would work. This is obviously going to give you more battery life here using a larger battery. Now you have your on-off switch, your simple 7805 voltage regulator that's going to regulate the power to power the Xbee, and the Xbee is mounted on a SparkFun breakout board or with an FTDI chip for the USB interface. Now the Xbee actually uses 3.3 volts to run it, which the breakout board regulates it down for that as well. And if you know something about the Xbee and its analog to digital conversion, it has a range of 0 to 1.2 volts of analog to digital conversion. So you have to do a little voltage divider here to break down the voltage to 1.1 volts for your potentiometer here as well. So it transmits the data to this Xbee, and the Xbee then serially talks to the Arduino microcontroller, and then the microcontroller does the calculations of taking that digital data and making it meaningful, as in, okay, what's the angle that my joystick is sitting in and how far is the distance from the center. Let's go ahead now and look at actually how it operates so you get a feel for what it does. So you just basically turn on the power of each, allow just a second or two for the Xbee to sync up with the remote Xbee. We'll put it on the ground here and let it move around. So as you see, it will move around, reverse here, follows the commands of the left joystick here to follow commands. And then if you want to look at the camera, it will move with the right joystick here. It can pan and tilt into various directions. Like I said, it's a good introductory project to really understand the control, command and control of your robot. Again, it's sort of like a semi-autonomous with the rangefinder to help the operator avoid objects. And then also gives you a nice video feed if you want to send it off somewhere into another room, etc. All right, thanks for your interest.